Okay. Hello Aislinn, hello Peter. Don't know why Seestar is not displaying anything. It has already captured quite a few. Come on. It is a new version of the app. An unhappy version of the app. I may have no choice but to stop it and restart it. Okay, we are live, it's not showing anything. Okay, filter, live, capture, restart. Hello Bill, this is Seestar with the new app. It's not displaying anything. Just gray. It says it's stacking, it says it's enhancing, nothing. Okay, let's press into service another tablet. I love it when they take something that works and break it, which the Seestar folks have been doing very well lately. Trying to fire up another tablet and see if that will work. Good luck with new firmware. Yeah, mine succeeded in installing the new firmware, which is why nothing works. I'm not known for my sarcasm, but these guys are forcing us. Alright, we're going to do the following. Stand by. As you will notice, this is an old version of the app. It's working. Hello, Jeannie. Did you get your Seestar yet? Sorry. And And this is a first for Seestar, the inability to center an object when it finds it. Please note that we have two different versions of the app running. One worketh, one does not. To say that I'm unhappy is an understatement. Oh yeah. It's not letting me do anything on the app that is displaying because it is guest mode. The other one that's not working is host mode or control mode, which we're going to try to release. There it is. Release control. Control. Ta-da, thank you. Adjust. Now that works. Contrast. So make it a bit darker. Yay. In the meantime, this guy's not displaying anything. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Zero. Je ne sais pas qu'est-ce qui se passe ici. Hey, we cannot have two people trying M1 at the same time. It will ruin it. But go ahead. Here we have two tablets, both getting the same feed. One is displaying something, that's the old app. New app, not displaying anything. Let's see if we can kill the app, and restart it. By the way, Bill, I don't know if you heard, but we were able to restart Voyager 1. It's working again. Now that thing was launched in 1977, so it was built 50 years ago, and it's working. Unlike this one, which was built this year, and it's not working. Okay, clear all. Let's launch it one more time. Nothing. Okay, let's reboot the machine. I used Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 in my digital communications classes a lot, given the genius that went into designing them. Apparently they are running out of power, and that may be the problem. Well, tonight my plan was to attempt to build a schedule for Seestar and see if I can execute it. The heavens are going to give us about an hour of clear sky. Don't know if you guys have seen the news, but Adams Center, which is only 30 miles north of us, has already received 4 feet of snow. Zena, we may not be on for much longer than 30 minutes. Happy December to you too. Okay, move the house. I don't know how high M1 is, I haven't checked, but certainly I can see it. It's to the east, my east is open. Alright, we have rebooted the tablet. Let's see if we can talk to it. This is a freshly rebooted version of the tablet. Seestar. Nothing. I don't know that we have the ability to roll back the app. Yeah, I mean, this one does not have any control, so it's not going to let me even look at anything. Uninstall and reinstall, would that do? Aislinn, when the wind is blowing from the west to the east, and the lakes are still warm. We get lake effect snow. So the cold wind picks up the moisture off the lakes, converts it into snow and dumps it. Doesn't go too far. And hello Harvey. So all the places that are east of lake right now, whether it's Buffalo east of Lake Erie, or Oswego for that matter east of Lake Ontario, or Pulaski or Watertown, they are being dumped on big time. We are fortunate here that we are just south of the thruway. Until the wind turns, we should be good. And when the wind turns, Seestar will get wet. Radar please. I'm gonna see if I can pull up. Seestar is installed. Radar. Blah blah blah. No, we're not going to reset Seestar. Ah! Alright, let me show you what's going on weather-wise. This is where the snow is. All that blue stuff is snow, and it's coming off the lake, off the lake, off the lake, off the lakes, all the lakes. And we're here. But these are the guys. There's Adams that has gotten 4 feet so far. Oswego is being hammered. So is Rochester, and everybody east of Lake Erie is being pounded. And if we go further to the other lakes, the big lakes, the Great Lakes, this is all lake effect snow. The pattern is basically cold wind over warm water, creating a mess. Hi Chris. Displaying what on the PC? Seestar, I'm using a tablet and then using screen copy. Let me send you a link, stand by. I have a 5-minute tutorial that shows you how to do that. I will get you that link in just a moment. Hi CGD. Harvey, here comes, sorry, Chris, here comes your link. This shows you how I stream Seestar onto YouTube. As long as I can see Jupiter, we are good here. As soon as Jupiter disappeared, or disappears I should say, we will call it an evening. Yeah, that's another thing that has disappeared, Bill. I cannot find station mode anymore. It's gone from the menu. That's why I'm going to hold on to this old version, the one that works. I try to keep on my 3 tablets different versions of each app, just in case, and this is a case. Sorry about that. Let me see what's going on, Chris. It should not send you to the stream. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, I'll get you a different link. So we have a majority of viewers from Arizona tonight. Chris, when you go to that link, I should have the links to the software that you need, but the key thing here is screen copy that allows mirroring the tablet onto the PC, and from there I can stream it out. You need to get your tablet into developer mode first by going into settings and then looking at the about and hitting the version number 7 times in a row, and that will enable developer mode. The good news is Messier 104 is back in the sky. That is one of my favorite all-time targets. Actually, it's the first real target that I imaged with my 8-inch Edge HD way back using a Canon SL1, I believe it was, camera. Took tons of frames and then stacked them and then post-processed them, and at the end of several days I ended up with a gorgeous image. Yup, thanks Bill. I'll be watching that. And then when you think that Boeing could not get those astronauts back from the International Space Station. Where was your IC434, Peter? Was that on Facebook? Yep. Peter, I'm looking at it right now. It's nice. This is Horsehead Nebula and Flame Nebula as taken by Peter on his brand new Dwarf 3. I like it. Oh, I thought Greg was Dutch for great. I'll take it though. Good job. Chris, what pictures did you take? If you sent a link, YouTube will delete it automatically. I'm gonna change the background of my desktop to dark so we can see the picture. Okay, solid color black, disappear, good. Okay, on Reddit. Genie, they shipped it with the old firmware, most likely. You will have to download the app on your tablet. Do you have an iOS or do you have an Android? If you have an iOS, I will defer to Peter and others to help you. If you have Android, I'll be happy to help you. I need to find out exactly which versions of the app are not working. Bill, do you have a Reddit account or do you have access to Reddit? I don't know that I can look up Chris's images. Yep, I found your pictures. Ooh, nice. Bill, I found them. Let me show them. Okay, how do I make this bigger? Okay, it's not letting me do that. Okay, sorry they are not coming up bigger, it's not letting me go full screen. But here they are. This one was Seestar. I'm assuming it was mosaic mode. Yes, it was. Okay. and that's M42. Nice. Thanks for passing them on. Alright, let me see if I can click on them. Okay, good. There's 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, Chris, until I figure out why this app is not working, there is no testing INR yet. Genie, when you get it, the first thing you need to do is charge it. It'll probably arrive with half a charge. So start by plugging it in and charging it. In the meantime, you may want to download the app. I don't know if Seestar on their website, if they keep older versions of the apps or not. Let me see. So version 2.20 is the one that's there on their website. What version is this one? Ooh, okay, sorry, forgot to plug it in. Let me put some power going in. Belladonna did not appreciate me plugging power into the Seestar. And it's not showing that it's charging. Okay. Okay, I was trying to find out what version it is. Let's see if it lets us. This is 2.1. The 2.1 version is working. 2.2 did not want to work. Okay, mine is charging, it's green. Let's see how long before it turns blue. Okay, why did this guy freeze? Okay, there we go. Peter, Chris, I could not display what Seestar was seeing, whether it was live or not. It gave me just a gray screen the whole way. All you have to do is move your slider on your YouTube player to the beginning of the evening and you will see it. It did not display anything even though it was stacking. I had two tablets side by side, different versions. One of them was displaying the image and the other was not displaying anything, just a gray image, just the gray background. Nothing surprises me anymore in terms of the flakiness of the software. I have a DWARF 3 that has had some behaviors that, according to DWARF Lab, nobody else in the world has encountered. Yeah, closed the app and reopened it, nothing happened. It was not, by the way, guest mode, it was the only machine running, it was control. Closed it and restarted it, rebooted the entire machine, reinstalled the software. So I'm going to stick with 2.1 for now until I figure out what's going on. Hello, Tony. Yes, the scope was still stacking. That's the only thing I did not do, is I did not restart the scope. I just pulled another tablet with an older version and it's working, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, we're going to give M1 another few minutes. When we get to 40 minutes stacked, I'm going to get off M1. I am open to suggestions as to what target you want to look at next. Peter, I received my DWARF 3 was one of the very first batches that they sent to their beta testers. So they may have changed things in the production or the manufacturing, don't know. I know what goes wrong when it does, and I know how to fix it or get over it, so I'm not too worried. Now every time we try to do the Witch Head Nebula, which is very large for Seestar, so we're not going to attempt it tonight, but every time we start on the Witch Head, it's a guarantee that clouds will move in. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching and not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Thank you. We have finally improved our ratio. 86% of viewers were non-subscribers. We're down now to 80% of the viewers are not subscribers. So we'd like to improve on that a little bit more. Well, Jupiter is going to be as close as we're going to get it for a while over the next 4 or 5 days, and we're going to pay Jupiter a quick visit now after Crab. Thanks, Jeannie. So we have more likes than viewers, that's good. As we say, like it early, like it often. Bill, I'm going to attempt to go for IC444 after we take a quick look at Jupiter, see if we can make out any of the cloud bands up there. I remember the first time I took Jupiter and Saturn with Stellina. They looked gorgeous, the colors were there, it was just incredibly beautiful. And then they upgraded the firmware, and never since have we been able to get any planet with Stellina. Okay, I'm gonna hop off M1 and go to Jupiter, see if it'll find Jupiter directly or not. Otherwise, we're gonna have a cable tangle very soon. Okay, it found it quickly. Let's see what settings it's gonna put on it. Genie, there is Jupiter and its 4 Galilean moons. We're unable to make it unbright enough so we can see it. And it's not happy focusing, obviously. Okay, it's not showing me the ability to do manual focus. What am I missing? Now that the entire world is out of focus, it's not finding anything, not even Jupiter that it found earlier. Okay. We're not happy here. Let's see if it's gonna... Okay. I no longer have the ability to manually focus. Bill, any idea how I can manually focus it? There is focus, and it doesn't give an option. And if I go to advanced features, it's not there anymore. I do not have the ability to manually focus. Okay, thank you, Seestar. Let's see if it'll go to IC444. I don't know if it's going to find anything if it's out of focus. This is still Jupiter there. So distance to target is not 0.1 degree. Jupiter and IC444 are 20 degrees apart. It's gonna fail. This is how badly out of focus things are. Alright, how do we tell it to go to live view? Okay, this is in live view. That's the 3 dots. Manual focus pattern, okay. Thank you. Thanks, Chris. No, Jeannie, I'm not trying to freak you out. Okay, we're reasonably focused here. Let's see if autofocus will finish the job. Okay, let's go now to IC444. There it is. No, this is 444, not 443. Okay, whatever. Okay, there is an interesting idiosyncrasy. It shows IC444 up there, but it says IC444 is here. It cannot be in two places. Alright, filter please, and let's go. Hello, Paulette. Jeannie, Chris is correct here. When I got my Seestar, I mounted it on the tripod and told it to go to M31. And it turned towards the wall and stared at the wall for about half an hour trying to plate solve it. And then it found M31 eventually, and it did a beautiful job. It helps if when you mount it on the tripod you point it roughly north, but it doesn't matter, it'll find the target on its own. I have no idea what we are looking at here. Ah, we're in the neighborhood of the Jellyfish Nebula. I'm going to stop this one and move to NGC 2175. And there it is. This is supposed to be slightly more exciting. We did the jellyfish the other day, but if we must, we'll go back to it. I'm curious to see how many colors we will get here. Okay, we're good to go. Stack it. Peter, I did not. Forgot to check astrometry on it. I'd like to see what we get here from NGC 2175. It's already showing the nebulosity, so Bill, I had never seen that message of temperature too low, charging stopped. It is not charging now, just turned blue at 91%. Yeah, we're just around freezing. Syracuse is at 500 feet elevation from sea level. We are at 1500, so we have an extra 1000 feet up of coolness. Let me see what temperature actually is outside the door. We're at 30, so it's not too bad. Yeah, something, Peter, something not quite right with the atlas on Seestar. I don't know if it let me pull up the atlas without stopping the capture. It does. So if we go that away, this is showing 443 and this is showing 444. But when we sent it to 444, it went down here. Yeah, it was not 443 that I was complaining about. It was the location of 444 is incorrect. Or is it? It showed it right above Tejat. This is where it was stacking. It was stacking right here for 444 for some reason. Okay, back to work. You will notice that the brightness took a jump up. It suddenly got a lot brighter. Hello, Jacob. You missed some of the early excitement with Seestar. The latest app doesn't want to talk to my latest firmware. So we had to roll back one version of the app. Seestar said something, but I cannot hear it because it's outside and I'm inside. But whatever this target is, NGC 2175, it's looking nice. It's not as cold here as in Minnesota. Okay, That is what I have, Bill. It's hardware 3.58 and 2.20. So the question becomes, could it be the tablet in this case, the Lenovo M8? Well, things are working now, so we're gonna enjoy them. Yeah, we figured the manual focus, it has to be in live mode, and then click the three dots up there, and that opens up the manual focus. We lost focus on Jupiter, so we were never able to see whether we can see the bands or not. I am not running the mosaic mode, Paulette. I had to roll back versions because I was having trouble communicating with my Seestar. Jeannie, as Chris was saying earlier, sometimes you are tempted to quit after 10 to 15 minutes, which is right now. This target looks pretty nice. We're going to give it another at least 17 minutes, get it to at least half an hour and see what it looks like. And if you want to do a screen capture now, and you can do another screen capture in 15 or 20 minutes, put them side by side and see if you can tell a big difference or not. There is a hint of some bluishness in the middle around that big star. Jeannie, can you please respond to Jacob? Hello, Brian. It depends what you want to use it for. It's like asking, shall I buy a Toyota Corolla or a Ford F-150? If you're interested primarily in a small field of view, deep sky objects like this one, then I would go with the Seestar S50. If, on the other hand, you are interested in wildlife, moon, sun, and bigger targets like Andromeda and the Pleiades and the Heart Nebula, the California Nebula, then I would go with the Dwarf 3. And if you order the Dwarf 3 using my affiliate link, you can get $10 off. I have both, and depending what I want to do, I will grab one or the other. For example, Seestar gets much clearer pictures of the sunspots than Dwarf does, and Seestar gets incredibly nice pictures of the moon, but Seestar cannot capture Andromeda in its entirety unless you use mosaic mode, which then takes not quite forever, but a couple hours. Seestar has more glass, and glass has its privileges. Actually, Seestar has twice as much glass as Dwarf. But Dwarf has an 8 megapixel sensor compared to Seestar's 2 megapixel. And the big advantage of Dwarf is it can image with wide angle, as in 59 degrees with the wide angle lens, so you can take you can image the Milky Way, which you could not do with the Seestar. Aislinn, I would never consider the S30. Brian, a couple things about the Dwarf 3. The dual band filters on it are very good. I think they are slightly better than the Seestar. And the other day we imaged the Orion Nebula, and Dwarf's rendition was nicer than Seestar's. So the dual band filters are excellent. The wide angle is something you will not get in the Seestar S50, and that allowed me to image the Milky Way, and with a bit of luck you may be able to get meteor showers with it, and possibly some aurora borealis. Bill, remember with the Seestar, when it gets cold, battery is not charging, but your adapter is going directly into the telescope. It bypasses the battery, so the battery will stay 100%. Mine has been sitting at 91% and not moving because the power is bypassing the battery and going straight to the telescope. Aislinn, adding to my analogy of do you want a Toyota Corolla or a Ford F-150, if you want to add the S30 to this analogy and you say, or a bicycle. I believe that Seestar made a very, very bad strategic mistake by building an S30 and not an S100. Peter, I have not used Dwarf 3 on the Sun. There is another issue. When I tried using Dwarf 3 or Dwarf 2 with the Sun, they overheat, at least not now, but in September I measured the temperature with a special thermometer. I let you do the math, but I measured it at 167 degrees Fahrenheit of the skin of the telescope, the plastic. And then battery stopped charging and the telescope crashed completely. So I brought it back in and cooled it down. I have Seestar painted with UV reflective coat, and this way I don't mind putting Seestar in the sun indefinitely and not worry about it heating up. But Dwarf 3 overheated. It will not overheat now, but it did during the summer. Bill, yes it does. Same charger, I use it on both. Brian, if you're still hanging with us, one other advantage of DWARF is you don't need a tripod. You can set it on a table, or in my case on the windowsill, or on the roof of the car without tripod. You cannot do that with Seestar. Seestar needs a tripod. And the other big advantage of DWARF is that you plug the power into the base that does not move, whereas Seestar you plug the power into the telescope that moves, and you run the risk of cord wrap, which I have done a couple of times. Bill, by the way, major breakthrough. I upgraded from an 8-inch angle bracket on my window to a 10-inch. That's why I can put Seestar on the window now. Right now Seestar is sticking right outside my window, which is very convenient. And now that the sun doesn't rise too high anymore, leaving it all the way downstairs on the patio, which is a good 30 feet below where I am now. The sun will not clear the trees on the southwest. So we upgraded from an 8-inch angle bracket to a 10-inch, and that can carry the Seestar. It's wide enough. Ladies and gentlemen, station identification. You are watching the Pompey Observatory, the only YouTube channel in the Milky Way that streams in 4K resolution, multiple telescopes on multiple targets. So in a few minutes, when we get to 30 here, 30 minutes, we're gonna move off 2175. Jellyfish Nebula is close by. But I don't think it's going to fit in the field of view. It has suddenly increased the brightness, so the stacking algorithm has taken a push. Brian, yes, Dwarf 3 stacks on the fly internally. Actually, it stacks faster than the Seestar. One big difference between the two, it's an algorithmic difference. When you turn them on, Seestar does not require calibration in terms of it does not require aligning onto the stars. You tell it to go to a target, and that's when it does the plate solving. Dwarf, you would align it at the beginning, you do the calibration, it plate solves, it knows which way it is pointing, and then from there on it will go to targets all night long without the need for a realignment or recalibration. That allows me to look for targets below the horizon or comets inside trees, literally, or wait for things to come out of the clouds. Seestar has to plate solve at the target, and if it cannot plate solve, it will fail. Dwarf will not fail. So that minor detail is one reason why I always grab the Dwarf when I'm looking for a comet. Seestar does not allow us to enter right ascension and declination coordinates to go to a target, but Dwarf does. And Dwarf has a schedule feature that's coming out soon. I've been testing it in the beta. I don't know that Seestar has anything of that kind in the works. Bill, have you ever done Dreyer's Nebula IC2169? I'm very tempted to hop onto it next. It is in the Milky Way, it's close to us, it's only 1600 light years away. And the dimensions of 25 arc minutes by 20 arc minutes makes it ideal for Seestar. So we're going to go look at Dreyer, see if we can find it in the catalog, otherwise we'll seek it manually. Huh? 2169, that's what I want. Let's find it. Yep, that's the one. Brian, one other thing worth mentioning about Dwarf 3, it does its go-tos a lot faster than any other telescope that I've seen. If this had been a go-to, by now Dwarf 3 will be stacking. I did not realize it's near the Cone Nebula, is it? So Seestar takes its jolly time. And I have a feeling I'm not going to be happy because the clouds are moving in. Yep, it's unable to plate solve. Good idea, Paulette. Very nice. Okay, my sky is filling up with clouds very quickly. Very good, Peter. Glad we could be of service. The Jellyfish Nebula is a definite target you should try with Dwarf 3. It came out very, very beautiful with Dwarf 3 when I did it. Make sure you put the Heart Nebula in there and give it enough time. Seestar will not do justice to the Heart Nebula unless you do Mosaic, and even then it's going to take a very, very, very long time. With Dwarf you can start seeing the Heart Nebula within minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like this is going to be the end of the evening. We stalled 2 hours from the weather. I did not expect that we'll be going live tonight. I did see a break in the clouds, and Astrospheric did not give us this much time. Astrospheric said we're going to be clouding up a lot sooner than now. So with that in mind, I wish you all good night, and I'm going to get my shovel ready for the snow.